First of all, I want to thank everybody for subscribing. I just got like a load of new subscribers come on. Not giving up. Je ne baisse pas les bras. I think that's how you said it in French. Je ne baisse pas les bras. Yeah, let me see. Or I could say, je n'abandonne pas. Let me see. Je ne. Okay. Yeah. Je ne lâcherai pas. Or I could say, je ne lâcherai pas. Yeah, je ne lâcherai pas. I like that. Je ne lâcherai pas. Je ne abandonnerai pas. Je ne lâcherai pas. Okay. Je ne lâcherai pas. So in French, I don't give up. Je ne lâcherai pas. Or je ne abandonnerai pas. So how y'all doing? I haven't been on here for like this week, so I try to just do a little less live, just a little less. And the reason why is because I just think it's better to just do like a little, like maybe 1 day, 2 days a week. I think it's kind of just sort of draining doing like a lot, like 5, 6 days a week. So I think like 1 day minimum, 2 days. I'm just trying to really be consistent for the most part. And I think even if I'm doing a live once a week or a video twice a week, 3 times a week or whatever, I think it's still good to be consistent. So yeah. And I try to just limit my time on here just because, like I say, like the algorithm is so crazy. You can't control, really what's going on. You can't, you really can't control nothing. So I just feel like for my time's sake, I just try to do like minimum a day, maybe 2 days, But anyway, I talked to myself about a couple minutes or a few minutes, and then everybody started to come on. But we're going to see how this is going to work out for these 3 minutes or ever how long I'm going to be on here. I'm kind of working too at the same time, sort of, kind of. So let's just see what it is. Yeah, but I really don't do it a lot. I really don't do my lives a lot just because when I get on, I look to engage, and because I look to engage, and it's the reason why I do it. If I don't really get that engagement like that, I kind of slow down how much I do it, which makes sense. Like, right. It makes sense, and I think is more like intentional. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I should just get on just every day almost, but it's just like if you getting on for engagement, then it's like, but there's no engagement. What's the point? What's up, Tony Bennett? What's up, Tony Bennett? Thanks for the like. I got my Cash App in the description too, y'all. So if y'all want to send something for through the Cash App, my Cash App is right in the description. For the ones that want to support the vibe, okay? If you want to go to the website, I also have my website, which is Russell Trilingual. If you want to sign up for some French classes, you want to sign up for some Spanish classes, you want to sign up for some English classes, it's in the description. All my support information is in the description here. Yeah, roll call. Y'all let me know where y'all from. Roll call. Where y'all from? Thanks for the people that do stay. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I try to be consistent at least once a week with my lives, y'all. I try. Yeah. And I feel like less stressed because it's like, okay, getting on every day, expecting people to engage every day is really more stressful. So I try to, like I say, once a week is cool. So you here for the languages? Are you here for the 90s, the nostalgia? What are you here for? What's your reason of coming? In French, I would say for Saturday, I would say samedi. I would say samedi. Yep. So I'm growing though. I'm really growing on my YouTube. I really am. My goal is 5,000. It seemed like I'm sort of kind of growing a little slower a little bit because I haven't been on like that. But man, look here, this social media is just, man, it will mess with your mind if you did it. You know what I'm saying? Like it will really mess with your mind. You have to really like it's crazy. So you have to really be like, you have to manage it. I hope you reach your. I hope I reach my goal. Yeah. I've been, like I said, I've been trying my best to be consistent. But it's so hard when people don't engage like you want them to engage. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the most difficult thing about it because it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because you love what you do, right? So sometimes you would think like I need to probably chase these trends. You know, I have sort of thought that at times before because I'm like, what the heck is going on? How is this person sitting up here chewing some gum and got like 100,000 followers? I'm like, what the heck is going on? You know what I'm saying? So it sort of kind of like make you question your own things you like. You know what I'm saying? But I got to the point where I said, you know what? Take it or leave it. Like you either like it or you don't like it. I mean, what else can you really do? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a trend follower. I'm a trend setter. You know what I'm saying? I'm a trend setter, go getter. So I don't like to follow trends. I just don't. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the generation I'm from. You know, because I'm like that late '80s kid, and I don't know. I don't really like to follow the new trend, the trends. I just don't like. Yeah, I don't like talking about like celebrities' lives and what's going on. I just don't. But people loved it. People loved it. That's what get the likes. That's what get the traffic. You know. But you said what kind of content do you like to make? Dancing. I like to dance. I like nostalgia and languages. So language culture and yeah, language culture and vibe. That's my content. Language, culture, and vibe. Vibing and culture, that's the dancing. Okay. 90s nostalgia. It's like a mix of things, like, you know, but basically nostalgia and languages, you know. That's what I like to do. So, je parle le français. This is how I say I speak French in French. Je parle le français, and I speak Spanish as well. Live in Mexico. So, I'm doing my own thing. I'm in a lane of my own. You know, I think it take a while. When you're not following and chasing the trends, I just think it take you a longer time to really build a community. You know what I'm saying? It takes a longer time. So, where are you from, Elizabeth? Do you speak Spanish? Do you speak Spanish, Elizabeth? I'm an interpreter too. Look at what random edits said. Look at what random edits has said. Like, yes, what you talking about? Yes, man. I'm about to fall out the chair, but with happiness. Okay. They say, yeah, a pretty girl or a handsome boy can sing one song and blow up. I'm handsome in my own right. Okay. In my own right, I know I'm handsome. But you know, on the social media and stuff like that, it's a different world. You know what I'm saying? Like you live for the social media, or you live for yourself. The consequences I feel like of living for yourself is you might not blow up like that. You know what I'm saying? You live for social media, you blow up quick, but it's such a unfair trade off. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trading off nothing. Like if I did it for a living, maybe. You know what I'm saying? If I had to do it for a living, but I don't do this for a living. I'm an interpreter, so I do not do this for a living. And I teach languages. So you said, sí hablo español, pero necesito practicar más. La abuela de mi novio están en Guanajuato. Okay, no lo conozco. He ido una vez, right? Yeah, I went one time. So you can practice with me. Like, I speak Spanish. I got my website, though, but I charge for classes on my website. So I don't know. I've been trying to push that for the longest, but like I said, it's hard to really get somebody on there. But anyway, I still speak Spanish. I don't mind speaking on my live. Puedo hablar en mi video en vivo en español. ¿Cómo aprendiste, Elizabeth? Mija, ¿cómo aprendiste? Like, how did you learn? My Spanish is very fluent. You said I'm Mexican and people always assume I speak Spanish. Okay, you a Mexican American? You a Mexican American? People assume I don't speak Spanish. Like that's the opposite. I'm black, but people assume that I don't speak it sometimes. Right. Okay. But I do. I speak it very, very, very super top notch fluent because I'm an interpreter. So I have to know, um, I'd probably be better than some natives because the vocabulary you have to know as an interpreter, like dealing with different types of settings, like legal, medical, that is not just the basic everyday vocabulary that the native speaker use. You know what I'm saying? So I know French too. I think my problem is I understand more than I can speak per se. Like I can understand what you're telling me, but I can't always form the right response back. Okay, well, look here. when I was being bilingual is the coolest thing. I'm trilingual. That's why I'm called Russell Trilingual. But yeah, bilingual. I think that's cool. But I what I was gonna say. Telling me I think I have a problem understanding. Oh, I kind of forgot my thought. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't even know. I hate when I forget what I'm gonna say, but yes, but oh yeah, I was gonna say you can learn. You can definitely learn because I'm not even from Mexico, like not at all, like zero from Mexico. But I started when I was probably like I learned Spanish when I was a teenager in high school, partly like somewhat there. But then in 2010, when I was actually 21, I said, you know what, I'm going hard on this. Like, I'm going to just do nothing but study Spanish every day until I know it. And I never stopped, since 2010. So it's like 16 years in the game of just every day speaking Spanish, talking to people. And if you're in the US, I mean, this practically like a big language. Like, a lot of people speak Spanish. Like, I was trying to call around to promote my business. I was calling around, and everywhere I called, we already got somebody to speak Spanish. We already got bilingual staff. Like it was that like crazy. Like everywhere you go in the U.S., pretty much, man, you can find somebody to speak Spanish. Like it's just like this really a Spanish speaking country at the same time of an English speaking country. Like right, Spanish is so popular, so you can learn. You just have to really push yourself. You know what I'm saying? Being okay, my cousin walked in and asked if you were no, not Jason Derulo. People say I look like him. Like I don't really see it, but people have told me different things. Like you look like who uh LeBron James. Some people have said that. Like yeah. I grew up in Washington State. My Spanish teacher was from Chile. Y'all subscribe if y'all not subscribed. I'm trying to get people to subscribe today. If you have not, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are not stopping. We are going up, 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 up. You said that I grew up in Washington State. My Spanish teacher was from Chile, so there were differences like okay, like calle, like the double L. I don't think they use it no more. Like this that yeah, so I like the topic what you said, like a handsome dude or a handsome or a beautiful girl like can get on and like blow up like that. It's just interesting, right? Because I guess it's the society we live in. That's why I said, like I said, I had kind of sort of stopped taking social media too serious because I mean it's not healthy for you. Like if when you use social media in an unhealthy way, it's not really healthy for you. Like sometimes people stop living their life and just live through social media, you know what I'm saying? But it's not really healthy, you know. It's not healthy to do that. But I'm still standing, y'all. I'm still standing and I feel like I'm a hold on, I gotta put y'all on hold. Can you hear? You still cannot hear me? Oh, what about now? Can you hear me now? Now? Oh, it's working now. Oh, it's working now. Yeah, I'm working and I'm doing my live. Yeah, I was just talking about how social media can be bad for your mental health. That's what I was talking about earlier. I kind of was talking about that. And somebody was saying like if a pretty girl or a handsome dude get on here, they were like, oh, they will blow up so instantly. Somebody was saying it. And I was like, yeah, you pretty much that's true though. Yeah, and I was just saying how I don't like to depend on social media for yeah, I don't like to depend on social media like that, like rely on it. Cause everything is so visual driven and I was like, I'm glad I don't do social media for a living. Right. I wish that I need to probably get off some apps. Like it just do something to your head. It just do something to your head. Like it's been times I'm like looking at stuff to see if people like certain things and constantly checking and it's just crazy. And then everything is so controlled by the algorithm. But I just said, you know what? I'm gonna just make sure I get on, do my live at least once, twice a week, and just leave it at that. You know, don't overthink it. But where you from? Where you from? Go ahead and you said I don't use any. My TV is YouTube, no cable. Okay. Okay, I liked it. I liked it. Like we from the old school, right? Like I grew up in the '90s, so I got a touch. And my channel is a lot about nostalgia. And YouTube is not the same YouTube as it was years ago. Like it's also has changed. It's not the exact same, you know. So it's just crazy. It's like everybody today want attention. Like everybody want attention. Everybody want the quick come up. Everybody. It's just like I said, it's draining. But like I said, at this point, I'm pretty much like, okay, let's do my live once a week. Keep it calm. Keep it cool. You know. But where are you from though? Where you from? You 28? Okay, so you younger than me, almost about 10 years. It's crazy for me to say that. But yeah, you in New York? Okay, I've been in New York 7 times. 7 times. Seven. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Please, White Castle. I love me some White Castle. So are you a 97s baby? Okay, so 97. I actually got some memories from 97, which is crazy, right? You know, I got some memories from that time. Yep, in Memphis, Tennessee. That's where I was at. It is so amazing to just see that I'm talking to people that because 97 at a time for me was like, wow, that was like not long ago at a point, you know, many years ago. But it's like crazy how people from 97 are now grown people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm born in 88, an 88 baby. So it's like, it's just wild for me. Cause like I can really remember like the songs like Usher back in 97 came out with the what was that? You make me want to leave the one I'm with, start a new relationship. You, this is what you do. That one, and then he came out with 7 o'clock on the dot. Erica, like I remember these songs in my head, like they just hit today, you know. And it was in 1997. Like I was in elementary school. Like it's so crazy. Like the time just go. That was your jam too. You were born the same year that it came out. Yeah, you were born that same year. It's wild. And I was like I said, I was in elementary. I was probably like in the third grade when that song came out. Erica Badu, Call Tyrone, man, Call Tyrone was like blew up. Like everybody was jamming to the Erica Badu song. Like I can technically like remember. Like I was 9 years, well, technically 8, going on 9. So like I was a little kid, but I mean I was old enough to remember. Like I had those visual memories, but I imagine your memories probably are more from what year? Like I know it can't be from the 90s, right? If you born in 97, you probably got memories from uh you said, yeah, my pops old school. So all those singers I love, Patti LaBelle stole my heart. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Wow, like that's a prime example. Like you really grew up. It doesn't matter when you were born. You really listen to what your parents was listening to. That's crazy. I always was like, you know, how do the younger people like stuff from the 80s and, you know, stuff like that, you know, 90s. And, but it's because it's what your parents grew up listening to. Like my grandma, she listened to, well, she didn't listen to this stuff, but we had a record player back then in the 90s. And they had Marvin Gaye and stuff like that. And I'm a 90s child, right? I'm a 90s child. You more like a 2000s child, right? Probably mid 2000s, right? More so than anything. Like I would probably say like maybe what 2005, 2006 maybe. Something like that. What you say? So yeah, my mom was black at heart but Italian. Okay, so are you Italian? Are you Italian? I think I'm getting the right crowd on here. It's amazing because my channel is more like a diverse channel. Like it's really black culture, like dipped in black culture because I'm black, but I also like throw the languages in there and the nostalgia. So are you Italian? Because you said she was black at heart but Italian, so that means she's Italian. So I mean, of course, you got to be Italian, right? Oh, Italian and Puerto Rican. Okay, okay. So do you speak Italian, Spanish? I speak Spanish. So if you love Spanish or French or whatever, and old school stuff like nostalgia, dancing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because you're on the right channel. And it surprises me that you're 28 and you like, oh, I only watch my TV. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really use apps, though. But it's really healthy for you not to, though. Like when you really think about it, like I know people be blowing up and stuff like that, but trying to chase that dream like that to that extent, like how some people do it, I just don't think it's mentally healthy for you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still, like I said, I'm still doing my thing right now, lives and stuff like that because I got support from people. If I never got no support or no engagement, I probably would stop. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Like I would probably just stop and I wouldn't even be doing it really hardly at all. I'll still keep dancing, you know. You said, yeah, I fell out with the crowd of chasing it. No, right. And it's more so today than it was back then. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up in the 90s, 1995. I was watching Xena Warrior Princess in 95. I graduated kindergarten in 1995. Um, yeah, it's just like things have changed a lot, and people don't even understand the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like that living with your parents at one point, or maybe, your pops listening to the old music, do you feel like you connect with that time in a way? Like, or do you feel like, how do you feel about it? Because I don't know, you know, like, how do you feel? Oh man, I missed the call. I missed the call, man. I'm working too. And it's like I gotta hurry up and answer. But not now. I'm just saying, like, you gotta be fast on this. But you said I feel I can't just relate. I can wait, you said I feel I can't trust relate, but we were going through that. I feel I can trust relate, but we were going through that. Okay, so you feel like you related to the music because at the end of the day, no matter when the music came out, it's still human beings, right? That went through certain things, and you know, you messed it up. What do you mean you messed it up? I know me growing up in the 90s, listening to Marvin Gaye and listening to like the records my grandma had. Wait a minute, what you say? But I can relate like Tupac. Oh man, yeah, yeah. This song is, man. I got the Tupac shirt. Um, I just asked that question because it's like, okay, if you were born in '97, I wonder would your feeling of that music sort of kind of be different than somebody that was growing up in the 90s. That's what I'm wondering. Like, cause see, my feelings, that's what I'm wondering. Like, would that be like the same feeling of it, But I guess it's like looking back, like if I listened in the 90s, I listened to like 70s music or 80s music. Um, I feel like the relations is gonna be sort of kind of different in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, right, it was because you was catching up, right? Because it's like when you experience it firsthand, right? And you wasn't clapping your hands until what, maybe like what, 98, maybe. Somebody told me that one time. I was like, I was born in 88, and I'm like, I love the 90s. They were like, well, you probably were keeping your hands until 1999. That's what I was gonna say. Until 99 was when you was keeping your hands. That's what I was meant to say. You probably weren't clapping your hands until 99. Because they told me I wasn't clapping my hands to 1990. Yeah. So I think it's a difference because like certain things that we experience, like cassette players, you remember cassette players that you experienced, the cassettes, like the cassette tapes, the VHS tapes. Like by the time you probably was old enough, it probably was already like DVDs. You know what I mean? So it's like when I think back with the old music, I kind of sort of think firsthand things that I experienced at that time. So I think it's going to be kind of sort of different because it ain't nothing like firsthand. Right, it was already gone, right? So when I listen to that old music, I sort of kind of go back to the experience at that time. I go back to it was no smartphones. You know what I'm saying? Even though you probably can, maybe sort of imagine, it's still different if you experienced it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell somebody younger than you that may have didn't experience certain things in the early 2000s. You had a VCR, but you was young. Right, right. Back then, like I said, VCRs was going really away by that time. You grew up at a time where everything was kind of becoming digital, more digital. Because the first iPhone came out in 2007. So you grew up kind of around that time. Right. So that's amazing though. Because I got a cousin that was born in 92. Yeah, but that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. 28. I feel like I was 28 just yesterday. Did you grow up on the Rugrats cartoons? Rugrats? It was DVD. Right, right. The DVD players used to be so big, like humongous. Like when they first came out, they used to be so big, and they was expensive too. Like I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think a DVD player used to be like $300 or something like that. Like they really used to be expensive. But people was, I don't know if you remember, but when you had the VHS tapes, the VCR, people used to like hate rewinding the tape. So when they came out with the DVD player, people was like, "Oh my god! Like I don't have to rewind the tape no more. I can just skip to this scene and skip to this scene." Like that was like revolutionary to people. Like people really liked the fact that they didn't have to actually manually rewind the VHS tape. But when a VCR first came out, it was slow. It was slower. You know what I'm saying? Then they started coming out with VCRs that was really fast. They were wind very fast. Right. And then they eventually came out with the DVDs. But people, like I said, they loved that you didn't have to rewind the tape back. You didn't have to worry about the tape getting stuck and all that stuff, cleaning the VCR. Like that was like really revolutionary. But now today we look at it like, oh, that's old, which it is, but it's just amazing how with the technology, how people perceptions change. You know what I'm saying? And things start to get easier, and you know what I'm saying? It's just amazing how they happen. Like even with the cell phones, like your cell phone time period would be probably more like iPhone, right? You probably live in that world where iPhone was really like the thing for you, like touch screens and cameras. You grew up more in that time frame. See, we come from a time where it was no cameras on no cell phones. We come from that more that time. Because I mean, it's almost like a 10-year age gap. Technology changes a lot within 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just amazing. I graduated in 07. You probably graduated high school in what's that? What, 2017? It did, yeah. Who else we got in here? Y'all don't hesitate to say hey or say something in 2019. Wait a minute. That is about right? Let me see. Born in 97. So 2007. You got way before that, then. 2018. Okay. I feel like you know me from somewhere. Well, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that button. Hit that like button. The subscribe button, so we can grow on here. We almost at 5,000. Nostalgia and languages. Anybody interested in? Is anybody learning another language in this conversation? I speak French and Spanish. I live in Mexico, y'all. But I love New York though. I do love New York. I have people watching me everywhere, like New York. Some people Indian from India, just everywhere. And I dance. Okay, so he said he know me from some. He might know me from somewhere. I'm getting popular though, slowly but surely on YouTube. YouTube has been more generous than TikTok. I haven't. I wish I spoke more language, man. I don't speak or Spanish. Okay, well, conmigo puedes hablar español. Like I speak Spanish. I'm a black dude, but I speak Spanish and je parle le français aussi. Like I speak French too. Uh-huh. So what I was gonna say, it's something on TikTok that's crazy that I be seeing. Like I see people on there playing like some type of game. It'd be like a game where they make money, but people just send them money just to send them money. Like I'd be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, like they just sit on there and people just send them just free money. Just they be playing like some type of game and they be telling people like, oh, send me money. And people just be sending like money like crazy. And I'd be like, man, there's people out here be struggling for money. And I'm like, man, they just get money just by sitting on there. Somebody was saying like, because a handsome girl, a handsome man or a handsome boy or girl or beautiful girl blow up or something like that. You know, that's what they were saying. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. Like they actually got a game on there where people just send money. And I'm like, dang, is it that easy? Like, what the heck? But I gave up on TikTok for the most part. I don't like getting on there like that. I just think everything is so controlled by the algorithm. Like at first I was blowing up at one point when I had first started, and then it's like all of a sudden, because I guess the algorithm changed, it just kind of fluctuates. So I just think it's more mental stress than it is. Just enjoy life, y'all. Enjoy y'all life. You have never used. Only reason why I use it because somebody told me to download it. They told me to download it in 2020. And that's the only reason why I use it. But that's toxic. You think drinking alcohol and being on drugs is toxic, man? Now they get into your mind, man. I think you have to be careful. Mentally, they can be just as worse as being a alcoholic or being a drug addict. They could be just as worser, to be honest. I just like shit. I make sure I got my focus on growing, being successful. You know, I think that's more important. You said, like I said earlier, I'm Mexican, so I'm learning Spanish. I know some Spanish, but I'm just trying to get fluent. Okay, so you can get fluent with me. Like I said, I don't really do that many. The crazy thing about it is, I will teach people Spanish, but I don't really feel the same spark as when I first started learning. You know, because I'm in Mexico, so I'm around Spanish all the time. I'm an interpreter. Uh, you know, it's like so much in my face that it's like, you know, I don't feel the same spark, but I still like it, you know what I'm saying? But I feel more of a spark with French because, you know, it's more of a fresh language and it's one of my weaker languages compared to Spanish. So I almost feel like Spanish is my first language, the way it feels. Like I said, I've been speaking for so long, been in Mexico 6 years. My anniversary of being in Mexico 6 years is going to be March the 10th. So that'll be my 6th year being in Mexico. So, you know, you said I have never used it. I don't like the idea. I do feel like it's a target algorithms, and we're gonna talk about that. What I really feel is that you can love to do what you want to do. Like I love to dance, I love languages, but if it ain't what is calling the attention, they not gonna show it to people. Like they're not gonna show that to people. Like, and I hate that. And it just puts you in a position like you could feel more depressed, you could feel more lonely. And I have been through those stages at one point where I was really on there a lot. And I noticed, okay, when I noticed, okay, just get on there, record your dance video, just do that, I felt a lot better. You know what I'm saying? I felt a lot better because I'm like, okay, I can do what I love for me without having to depend on the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? But if they do not like what you posting, they don't push it. They do not push it, even if you like it. You know what I'm saying? Even if you love it, what you do, they are not going to push it. And it's so random. So, yeah, I don't use it as much as I used to. I want to see it all or nothing. Yeah, I can get that. No real enthusiasm. That's what I'm saying. No real enthusiasm, man. Just focus on y'all success, y'all. Try to be successful. Um, Just do yeah, they put you down. They put you down. Yeah, they definitely put you down. It's not even TikTok. Not even what it used to be. That's another thing about TikTok. TikTok is not what it used to be. Like this changing a lot too. Like somebody said somebody asked you for $30. A dude was telling you, did you send him $30? I mean, but that's what I'm saying. But like, that's crazy. Like, Meta is being sued. Have you seen? No, I haven't seen it yet. Is that part of what we talking about? Part of how they put people down? Oh, you sent $10? Oh, you did, man. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with sending your creators money though. Like, if you really feeling somebody like content or something like that, it ain't nothing wrong with sending nobody money. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it, for addictive practices. Okay, no, I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't know that. I need to watch the news more, maybe getting more into it, but I don't be watching none of that. But uh it's like you don't really see what they doing behind the scenes. But I think, like I said, it's a lot of stuff that's going on, like what they push, what they decide to push. And I think they push a lot of unhealthy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially for the new generation. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm from the 90s as a kid, and some of this stuff, I'm like, this is trash. Okay, like, how could this person have like 1 million likes off some trash stuff that just don't even make no sense? And it make you question your morals sometimes. You like, I'm doing something I love. Should I stoop down and do that? Just like, I'm gonna be honest, I have thought that way, but I just can't find it in me to do it because I feel like it's so unauthentic. But you got people that's just loving some just crazy stuff. Like, what's the craziest thing you done seen where you like, dang, this person got like so many views and it's off something like I don't get, like they just, let me see. I'm trying to think. Right. It's not wrong until it gets to the point where they beg, right, where they beg some. I don't live off this though. I do not live off this. I like to have me a career. Like, I'm an interpreter. I do not live, and I'm glad I don't because I feel like it would affect me. Imagine people that live off of it and they have to like they have like imagine living off this, trying to live off social media. You gotta constantly chase that bag. You gotta constantly be on the trends. You gotta constantly kind of give up your morals just to chase what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it's set up. But I'm trying to think about the craziest video I have seen where I'm like, wow, I don't get how that got this. And I'm not hating, but it's just like, it makes me feel like, well, like, what the heck is going on? Like, I'm trying to think. Or just some random videos. I might generalize this. It was a crate challenge. That was, to me. I had seen a crate challenge. Haven't heard about it, but y'all remember that crate challenge? Like, where people was like jumping over crates and stuff. And it was like a trend that people was doing it. And the people was getting like so many views and so much attention. And I'm like, to me, that's not what I grew up from. That's not what I grew up on. It's just not, like, that just sounded like it was crazy. And people was getting hurt, but people was getting like likes off of it and they was getting hurt. But that's just not something I grew up on. What? You seen people rub rugs, man, and make speaking noise, and they get what, like 100,000 likes on it just from doing it. And you be like, well, what I'm doing up here, I'm trying to push languages and I'm trying to. But another thing I want to say though, just because you go viral one time don't mean that it's gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I said to myself. I'm like, it's really worth doing something that you love because it's gonna last long term than you just trying to jump on the trend. Because you can jump, like when I first got to Mexico, I used to do this contemptless dude, like, but I liked it. Like, I didn't mind doing it, right? It was something I liked. But it wasn't, my heart wasn't all the way in it like what I do now, like the nostalgia, Southern accent and all this stuff, what I push now. But I was blowing up. Like, that really boosted me kind of to where I'm at now. I was doing it. And it wasn't no trend though. There wasn't even no trend. It was just something that I just personally just did. But yeah, you said like I said earlier about the pretty girls and handsome boys is so stupid and takes away the opportunity for people with actual talent. So you think that everything is really like you got to be fine, you got to look good, and if you ain't, man, ain't nobody gonna pay attention to you like that. That's the real truth, right? Like if you're not handsome and you ain't good looking, people gonna scroll past you just like that. Except for the people that really like understand real connection, right? That's really the truth of it, but it ain't really happening on people ain't speaking it in words, but it's really behind the curtains. That's what's really happening. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't good looking, people is not finna look at you. And the world is just cold like that. People are not seeking a really authentic connection as it did from the times that I'm from. Like it's not the same anymore because everything is more like scroll, scroll, scroll. That's just what it is. So people are going to judge based on what they see within half a second. That's just it. Whether you like it or not, it's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Does it mean that you cannot build a community? No, it does not mean that, but it's probably harder, right? It'll probably be kind of sort of harder for you to build your community. It takes time, you know. But I think that that's definitely it. Cause all the people that I see, I done seen people do a live and it be number girls or women on there, and they of course probably think the dude is handsome and they just send money and send money. I'm not saying that that's wrong. You know, I'm not saying that that's wrong, but we just talking about the reality and we just talking about what we have experienced. You know, I done seen women on there and they sending these dudes that I'm sure that they think they looking good. They sending them money just for the heck of it because they attractive. And that's just it. Like nothing else matters. Right. Am I saying everybody like that? No, not everybody. But it's just like something that I have noticed, you know. Right. And then, but when you think about it, it can make this younger generation feel like they not attractive. I think I heard something about it's a lot of stories. Like if you look up stuff, um, yeah, just to garner their attention, right? Right, just to say like, hey, reach out to you, right? It's been I don't know what it was, but I feel like it was a story, or even if it wasn't, I know you can probably Google something on the internet that somebody thought they was unattractive because of social media, and they probably took their life. You know, I feel like I probably heard something about it, but even if I didn't, I'm sure it's like a story for everything if you just research, and I'm sure it has been people that question like, am I really good looking? Do I really look good? I have questioned. I'm just be honest. I have questioned. Just to keep it real with you, I have questioned because, but it depends. Like I have been through stages. Uh, you said yeah, overexposed on the wheel and killed. It was somebody like they wanted. Yeah, yeah. I have questioned. I have questioned my looks because I have said like, I'm just being honest though. Keeping it transparent. Completely honest. Like I would probably say a few years ago, probably. Yeah, I would probably say it. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to. I would say probably like in my early 30s, kind of in my early 30s. I probably did. That's it. Because I felt like, man, what is wrong? Like, you feel invisible. So it feel. You said, speaking of looks, some kids get bullied because they ugly or fat. That happened. That happened. Yeah, people will bully kids. I've been in school before, and people will bully you. My teeth white, but I had a stain, like some type of stain on my teeth, and people would talk bad about me in school, and I felt so bad. Like, but I think once you get to a certain level of wisdom, and I won't say I'm perfect now. I don't think I'm perfect, but I think that I can see the growth, or how I think about stuff now. Like the growth that I have been through is continuing. I'm continuing to grow. I'm close to 40 years old now. I can't believe I'm saying it. Like I'm almost 40. Like I'm 37, so I'll be 40 in just a couple years because I'll be 38 this year. So I only got like a couple more years before I'm 40 years old. So I feel like when I was in my 20s, I thought 40 was kind of like up there. Like you kind of up there. But I don't think 40 old now. I guess because I'm close to it. So I guess once you get close to it, it's like you don't think it's old. But very young people think 40 old, But I don't really think it's old, but I think because I'm closer to it, I think I'm closer to it now. So that made me not really think it's old. I think like I'm still young, but um I'm gonna put y'all well, I was gonna put y'all on hold. I almost it was a call that came in here because I'm working too, but somebody got it before me. But anyway, I'm gonna finish this live up. Not right now, but we're gonna keep going. And I still got all day. So um yeah, no, I was gonna put y'all on hold, but somebody else got it. Somebody else got it though. I don't really, I don't really don't like I'm working and doing this, so I'm doing both. You said learning what really matters is you look back at your old self and see that person doesn't exist. Right, right. That person doesn't exist, but me saying that I'm 40 or almost 40 is crazy because it's like it's just time go by so fast. But like I said, I think 40 is young. Like it's not really old, but I think a lot of people will say 40 is old if they depending on the age that they are. Like depending on the age you are, you would probably say 40 is old, right? Like oh, you old. Like if you're in your early 20s or something like that, you'll probably think like, yeah, that's old, being 40 years old, if you're in your early 20s. Maybe even if you're 25 or in your 20s at all. You know what I'm saying? You probably would think it's old, right? Like at 27, I kind of thought 40 was old to me. Not old in a way like you just like a granddaddy, but it definitely was you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel working has increased time speed. I live in the city. I love very fast. Okay, you live in New York though, so I know. Yeah, New York is fast. I live in Mexico City, so in Mexico City, everything is fast here too. Like people walking fast. Like you can notice a difference in just everything. Yeah, you notice a difference. It's definitely fast. I go to another state, everything right. Like in Memphis, Tennessee, where I'm originally from, things are very slow. Yeah, I used to perform. And I used to do Michael Jackson. I used to do Michael Jackson. But another thing I'm gonna tell y'all I've been seeing on social media, I see like old people that blow up too. Like I've been seeing it. Like for some reason it seemed like this, I don't know what it is, but I see like, like very old people that's dancing or something, like very old, like they blow up. I just think algorithm like make the decisions. I don't think that people really truly make the decision. I think that like the meta or whatever you talking about, like they see or analyze what people post, and I think they choose to push what they want to push. That's just how it is. But thankfully, with my dancing, I've been getting like a lot of it's something that I love to do. And fortunately, I guess algorithm push it. I'm gonna answer this call, y'all. I'm putting y'all on hold. All right, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. That was a short call. It didn't take that long. So I'm back. Who we got here now? Y'all, did y'all leave? I think I'm probably going to probably end my live right now. I don't see number like one person in here. All right, y'all. So that's it for today. Thank y'all for being here. Hugs. Y'all don't forget to subscribe.